Hi there, welcome back to a new video. Today we are going to be doing a full kitchen tour. I thought I would give you a little look around, have a look in the cupboards and how we're organising things, and have a little chat today about kitchen and organisation. It would be really nice to share this with you. We've been in our new build now for 9 weeks and we're kind of like settled. I'm really happy with where things are. Some things I'm still umming and ahhing about. Some things we know we want to change. So I thought during the early days it would be really nice to do this with you. You can give us a hand, lend some advice. You might think of sort of better ways that maybe aren't working so well for us. And then we can then sort of make changes and be interesting to see the progress of how things move along over the next few months as well. So I really hope you will enjoy this kitchen video with me today. You know how much I love the kitchen. This was the room that I was most looking forward to when we moved. So in case you are new to my channel, this is our kitchen, and the one thing I had always wanted was a kitchen with living space. So we've got this big open planned space here, which we absolutely love. I have been dreaming of an open planned, light and airy kitchen for as long as I could remember. The kitchen in our previous house was at the back of the house. We were surrounded by trees, and it was just forever dark. Even during the daytime, when it was on the sunniest of days, I had to have the light on. So to come here, we're south facing, we've got loads of light, it's just amazing. So the kitchen that we went for is a symphony kitchen. The houses all come with some symphony kitchens. We went for an upgrade. We wanted originally a white shaker kitchen. We thought that would be really easy. We thought it's going to be one of the sort of like the base ones, one of the ones where you don't pay any extra, but no, they were all flat and it wasn't really anything that exciting. Some were shiny, but we just wanted a white shaker kitchen. We're going for like a country kind of vintage stroke new look, if that makes sense. Modern country is what we're calling it. We couldn't get the white shaker. We had to go for a platinum in the end. That was the closest we could get, or the other one was chalk white, but that was quite creamy, which we didn't want. And actually we're really pleased now. We love the combination. I don't know if you can see that there. There's just a slight warmth we find, and actually we're finding the light grey tone is actually quite a warming colour. We are so pleased that we went for this. And we went with, I'll give you a close look of the handles actually. So they are black metal and they've got like a brushed with a copper tone underneath. And then the splashback, it looks like just glass from the distance, but then when you get up close, it's sparkly. It made me think of Magic Kingdom. Gave me Disney vibes. So yeah, we're really pleased with the look. And I don't think we're going to be painting it in here. We wanted the white walls, we wanted all the kind of like looks of the vintage and the wood, the teal tone. Sorry, I've just made myself a cup of tea before. I just realised my mug's there. Yeah, we're going for all the teals, the greens, wood, metal with little pops of red. So that's the story of how we chose the kitchen and the kind of look that we're going for. That's what we're building towards. We do want to get like wooden shelves put up and things like that, but I'll talk to you about the different things that we're wanting to do as we work around the room. As you walk in, this is our coffee station. We haven't got anywhere to hang tea towels at the moment. They're still on the door, but I think we're going to get a little hook there. And this is our coffee station. We are planning on having some wooden shelves up there. I like the sort, you know, the sort that are like dark wood, natural wood, but with the black metal brackets underneath. That's the sort I'm really liking. So I've got the wood that matches the kitchen and the black metal that matches as well. So this is where we make coffee in the mornings. It's quite handy next to the sink. And we've got a really nice view out there too. We don't have a separate laundry room, utility room. So we do have the dishwasher and the washing machine inside. And you'll know if you've watched my other videos that we're still waiting for the doors. There was a little bit of a hiccup and a misunderstanding when we moved in. They've been ordered and we're still waiting for them. So they will all be hidden. They will have the cupboard doors and the plinth underneath. Surface, we've gone for quartz. You can just, I don't know, can you make out the pattern on there? It's just very, very subtle, but it's quite handy. Because we've had a few mishaps, it does actually hide markings very, very well. If you've got any tips on how to remove markings from this quartz, please do let us know. It's not porous, so we're good with spices and things like that. However, we do have a mark here. I don't know if you can make that out. There's a line, obviously a pan has come out of the sink and it has marked it slightly. A friend recommended this sieve, which is great. It's really, really got out some stubborn marks that I've really struggled to. In fact, the night we moved in, I was putting my KitchenAid in place and I pushed it back and it left marks, grey marks on the top there. I really, really panicked. I felt sick. I couldn't get them out, and then about a week later we were in a Home Bargains and I saw the sieve, picked it up and it got it out, so I was so pleased. But the grey line there I haven't been able to get out, and we've also got a coffee mark. I think a mug must have sat on the side that had been sat in coffee overnight, and there's a very faint ring over by the coffee machine as well. So any recommendations, we will be very, very appreciative of that. Right, let's go through the cupboard. So this is my cleaning cupboard. I think that's the natural cleaning cupboard. That's where it's all supposed to belong, isn't it? No question of that. Happy with that. This one here is a corner cupboard. I was originally thinking we've got two of these about having, like, you know, the swingy out ones, but actually I'm really happy with this. We've got all the plastics, the Tupperware containers, that type of thing in here. I'm loving these baskets. These were on top of our kitchen cupboards in the old house, and it's just keeping the lids nice and tidy. And then I've got everything that kind of belongs together all stacked up, and yeah, it's staying really, really nice and tidy, and having extra space, not having them completely full, really helps as well. Underneath, I've got my big slow cooker, I've got my pasta maker, I have got fondue, I have got a bigger Le Creuset fondue, and at the back I've got my great big KitchenAid glass jug that belongs in the mixer, and this is what we make coffee every morning, the jug, and you tap the coffee there, and then when it's full it goes out in the garden. That is something I'm loving actually. We have so much storage here, and I didn't think we were. I thought we were going to have less storage, and we've actually even got empty cupboards at the moment, which is amazing. I wasn't going to keep this all the time. This is from IKEA. I think it was £15. You can get a smaller one. My tea's gone cold now. I completely forgot about it. But no, I've decided to keep it there. It's so practical. Making tea, if I'm doing anything curry-wise, I'm doing it on here. We have now got already a couple of coffee rings, but that's absolutely fine. It's there to be used. Bought this kettle just before we moved, which we're really enjoying. And I think my KitchenAid mixer looks so pretty there. I'm really, really pleased. KitchenAid mixer is my pride and joy. Everything is kind of like done around the colour of that. I love it. She's coming up to 9 years old now, and I use her several times a week. Right, up here is the boiler cupboard. And then, right, this is where I need to ask you some questions. Where in your kitchen do your coffee mugs and your glasses go? When we moved in, I put mugs here, and we've got tea, coffee, everything else. These are like our everyday tea mugs. And then we've got all of our glasses in here. So we've got the really nice like cocktail ones that don't get used that often. I've got my everyday wine glass, and then we've got the kind of like everyday glassware. And then, like I said, in here, we've got mugs and tea and coffee. I've got my vitamins in here as well because I forget to take them, so it's a bit of a reminder. For some reason, since day one, we get these two cupboards muddled up. We go to take the mugs out of here, which is the glasses, and the other way around. I was thinking about changing them, but the effort, I just couldn't be bothered. I thought, no, I'm just gonna get used to it. I think we may have gotten used to it now, but for quite some time I was thinking I'm gonna have to change these around. It's not the end of the world, obviously, if you open the wrong cupboard first thing. But, and I wondered if it's because the kettle's here. So you're making tea, you automatically go to that one. I don't know. Where do you put yours? My other thing, though, is that the other mugs are on the other side of the hob. So it kind of like the mug cupboards kind of go through. I don't know. Made sense at the time. So let's continue over here then. So we've got mugs here. These are our Starbucks mugs, and we've got other mugs there. We have got an empty shelf at the moment, but we do still have some boxed mugs. If you know us from our old house, you know that we have a thing for mugs. We do collect mugs when we go away, especially the Starbucks mugs. Actually, if you haven't seen one before, let me just show you why they're so special. So this is North Carolina, and then you've got loads and loads of bits and pieces, like little artworky bits to do with the state, and you can buy them for cities, and we've got Disney ones as well. They're just so nice, and they're such a good size for coffee. Really, really good. I find a normal mug now doesn't feel enough for my coffee in the morning. This one though is absolutely perfect. So in the old house, we had them all on shelves, on display. You may well remember, we haven't got anything on display in this house yet. We've got not one single nail has gone in the wall yet. No blinds, no curtain rails, no mirrors, no artwork. We haven't done anything yet. We're still building up the courage. We do, however, want to make a display for the mugs. We're thinking actually about having them on shelves inside the office, the ones that we're not going to be using. A lot of them, they're like one-offs. We're not going to go back to certain places, or chances are very slim, and they just feel really, really special. Or some have been discontinued and new artwork has been bought out. So we're thinking in the office on the far wall, we'd like map wallpaper behind our desks where we sit, and then on the far wall, we're thinking of shelves for the mugs. I thought that would be quite fun. We've also thought this big wall across the back about having like mugs, some shelves, but with like pictures actually. So rather than putting artwork on the wall, having the shelves and then styling the shelves. So maybe having some artwork with some mugs and books and mixing and matching plants, that kind of thing. So we're umming and ahhing yet. We're not quite sure. It's a big wall. I also want to paint it. I love the murals when you go into some Starbucks and they're painted and they're beautiful, and I've taken photos of some. I feel really inspired. Big leaves, coffee beans. I feel like just getting a pencil to it and just drawing it all and colouring it in and just making it beautiful. So I'm tempted to do that as well. If that was your big wall, what would you do? I feel it needs to be a feature wall. We both do. Let me know your thoughts. I'm also a bit nervous though about having anything too much on there, and if it falls down and hits someone on the head. That has gone through my mind. Another cupboard, let's go into, oh, we missed this one. Let's go into this one. So initially I thought I would put the kettle in here, but I don't mind having the kettle. I don't want loads on the work surfaces, but we've got the toaster, the scales, and I use the cup for measurements for bread making, and my little Mickey Mouse timer. And then we've still got the Christmas dinner service, Mickey dinner service at the back. Sorry, it goes dark when I go close. I've got my two very posh Macy's champagne flutes. Got my diffuser for when I burn essential oils. I had a really nasty cold last week, so I was burning eucalyptus in here, and it really, really helped. So it is quite nice, I do use it. Spare cake stand. Jug I use every day for the coffee machine, and then baking cups, and some little glass dishes that I use as well. We were going to put the Disney set back up in a box, but to be honest, we've got the room in the cupboards, and it's just going to then sit in a box in one of the spare rooms at the moment, so we figured we may as well leave it there. It's safe and out the way. Actually, there's quite a lot of wasted space, and there are these. I wonder if we could get shelves, because we've got some big like serving plates and things. That could be quite handy. Or trays, something like that. Yeah, same here as well. Right, here is a bit of a baking cupboard. Got my glass dishes that I use for bread baking, and little baking dishes. These are also for baking, as in cooking in the oven. And then here I've got casserole, pie dishes, my soup thingy. I've been stocking up spare jars there as well. Sorry, I just realised it's got really dark, and you can see lots of baking bowls
I just like the colours when I open this cupboard. I am loving having drawers under the hob.
I do, however, really miss my big range cooker. It was my absolute pride and joy in my kitchen, and I'd had it for 20 years. I loved it, and I do miss it, I have to say. But I do love the drawers underneath as well.
So my mum has these in hers as well, and you just fit so much in. So the cutlery tray came with it. We did, however, add this little one because just having one long one just wasted too much space. So we figured we would have this, which was in our old house, to separate them, which is really handy for cake spoons. I've got some more like decorative spoons, rubbish, and then scissors, knives, and you can see how I've done it there. So it's just really, really nice, and everything's soft close. All the kitchen cupboards, really, really like it. This one, my mum and sister organised all these when we moved in. To be honest, I haven't changed it. I've been quite happy. Tea towels, oven mitts, cloths, things like that, matches, got a few tea lights there. And then I've got some IKEA containers for bits and pieces, more utensils and bags, bag skewers, we've got IKEA bags, and then all the things like baking foil, greaseproof paper, bin liners are all kept on the side there. Got little Publix clips there for bags. And then in this one here, I've got my big pots and pans, my skillets, sieve, cheese grater, got my other very, very, very old slow cooker, my hand blender, my little mini blender, and then just bits and pieces like if I'm making soup. I've got little clips in here for bags. I've got my baking ceramic beads for making pie dishes. Yeah, it's really handy. I'm really loving how much space there is. I'm loving having these little display areas. We picked up, or Aid got that in Avebury. He filled it with milk for £3 and took that home. I've made some fig balsamic jam. I made a whole load of them, and we've got 1.5 left. So I need to make some more. This side, I picked up this little, don't know if it's a pumpkin or an apple, a little swingy when we were in the States for $3. It was supposed to be for fall, but I think I'm just going to use it all year round. And I really like this. Made that mark for my cast iron the other day. It's gutted, but it's Disney on the other side. And to be honest, this might come as a bit of a shock. I said it before we moved, we don't want to fill the house with Disney, to be honest with you. I don't mind little touches, but we don't want to go full Disney like we did in the other house. I think sometimes the problem is when people know you like something, they keep buying it, and we were just getting it with every gift from everybody, which is lovely, don't get me wrong, but there was a lot of Disney in our old house. So it's not the kind of theming that we're going for in this house. Like I said, we want the vintage, country, modern look. Disney doesn't quite fit into that. Like I said, there will be some subtle Disney things. We do love Disney after all, but just not in your face Disney anymore. For example, our salt and pepper are Disney. I think that's quite tasteful. I like that one. Got my Pioneer Woman bits and pieces here. Salad servers from Animal Kingdom there. Thank you, Lee and Nick. My butter dish is from Pioneer Woman. And then, see, look, we've always got Disney photos on. And then we've got my cake stands. And this is, done this one already, haven't we? Mugs. And then this one is a bit trickier to reach. We've still got paperwork from the house. We need to organise this. And then we've got mugs and vitamins and various bits and pieces. But I can literally just reach the first bit and just that little bit there. So this one's a bit out of reach for me. We've got this one, which is next to the drawers. I've got chopping boards, charcuterie trays, Disney trays. And then I've got some big dishes here, Le Creuset heart dishes, like a big pie dish. And sorry, I keep doing that and it's so dark. I need a light in here, don't I? It doesn't actually look that dark, but it just is with the camera. And then big dishes at the back as well. And I've got jugs, and I have got a Disney slow cooker, Mickey Mouse one behind the corner. Oh no, that's down here actually. What's here? Oh, quiche dish. That's what's around there. So again, very roomy, nothing is crammed in. Got my glass dishes there that I use for the oven and for the freezing. And then these are all like little serving dishes. I have put this in the other day, which is all spare cutlery for the garden. I took it out of the garage. But yeah, it's all like little serving bits and pieces in there. While we're on the floor, this is where we keep all the plates and bowls, soup bowls. And at the back, we've got all the little bits and pieces, little dipping pots and little bits and pieces, Le Creuset, little mini like casserole dishes there as well. And then we got these plates, you probably saw these from our previous vlog. We got these in IKEA when we moved in. I think the colours just go so well together. Really, really chuffed with those. Perfect match. I'll have to think about an extra shelf up there. So that is that side of the kitchen. So then next we've got the fridge and the larder cupboard. I never know what to call them. We call the pantry, and this is the larder cupboard. Kind of makes sense to us. Right, we've got fridge there, which we're not really enjoying, but that's a different story. And freezer down there. We do also have our big American fridge freezer from our old house in the garage, so we've got extra space there. And then here, I love this cupboard. I think this might be my favorite cupboard. So at the top, I have got juicer, and I've got a soup maker, and I've got something else behind there as well, I think. And then this is, oh, I need to top up the rice. These are my mason jars with like my flowers. I've got oats and spaghetti and all that here. This is my little spinny bit. I've got other pasta at the back there as well, because I'm sure I can't reach very well. So that is perfect for my oils and seasonings. And then in this one, I've got more jars, quinoa, couscous, all sorts of bits and pieces. I need to stock up on beer nuts as well. Snacks, I've got more pasta and sugars. That's crackers, eggs, and down here we have got oils and vinegars, other pastas and noodles, stock and condiments and various bits and pieces, and I keep all my tins down here. That cupboard is amazing, you can fit so much. I also forgot, we've got, you can't see it from here, there's a tiny little shelf at the top, and I've got two really big serving plates up there, the kind that you just bring out when you're having a barbecue. You don't actually use that often. Next one, we've got a cupboard up here above the oven, very high. So I have got baking cake tins, they all stack inside one another, and then I've got other things to do with baking up there, things that don't get used that often. And then this shelf, I've got sandwich makers, I've got waffle makers, the thing that the kids use to make smoothies. Yeah, panini press, that's all in the top there. I've got bubble wrap just to protect the top from those things. This one down here is where I keep all my cooking bits and pieces, my trays, muffin tins, cake tins, saucepans, Le Creuset dish there, tin, cast iron tin is what I bake bread in, and my colander. Apart from that, we've also got the rubbish bin there. So that is all our kitchen storage. I do love these cupboards, I really do. I'm really happy with them, and I love how much storage space we've got. Then we come around here. This is a bit of a mess at the moment. We've had a flooded garage, so we've been bringing stuff in. We got these bar stools, which I regret buying. They're marked already, and I wish I'd gone for slightly lower ones. So I do regret that slightly. In future, what I'm envisaging is to have a mosaic design there, tiled or something like that at the back to add a pop of colour. I love these sofas. You may have seen the video when we got them. We had our eye on them for months before we moved in, and they were the perfect fit. They are so comfy. We are loving them, and we're using this space all the time now. It was always my dream to have a kitchen with a sofa in, and it's just so nice. They're proper dining benches, so they're a good height, they're nice and firm. I've got a couple of cushions there. They were actually from our daughter's bedroom before, that she didn't want anymore, so they're there for the time being, but I'm kind of thinking maybe some pale teal or some mint green covers to go on them. The only reason they're there at the moment was because I was poorly the other day, and I actually had a snooze on here in the afternoon, and it's quite nice having a cushioned back, and because I'm little as well when we have dinner,
It's nice to have it behind my back, but we are loving this space, and we very rarely use the lounge now. In the evenings we tend to sit out here. We tend to work quite late anyway, so we eat a bit later. So yeah, we're just using this space all the time. Now, Richard left a comment on our YouTube channel recently saying, why don't we put the fridge freezer in this space over here? And I'll be honest, when we first thought about moving into this house, we did think this would be a space along here maybe to put the fridge freezer, but actually we love having the TV in here because we're spending so much time. We're actually wanting a bigger TV. We're saving towards that at the moment. We want a bigger TV on the wall. And I don't think I'd want a fridge freezer. Aid even said about putting it in the pantry, but again, I kind of want that space for other things. So at the moment, it's the overflow in the garage, and we're just lucky that we have got that space to be able to do that. So the plan is with this to have some shelving, again, a bit of a design feature. I don't know what yet. Any ideas? Let us know what you think, but definitely a big TV on that wall. And we love having our little cocktail trolley there. I need to redo all this as well. The cupboards are really messy. Got a little cocktail trolley. That mirror is going to be in the kids' bathroom. We've got artwork behind there as well. But this is the big wall that I was talking about that we want to turn into some kind of feature. So any ideas, let us know. And we have got a curtain roll, pole and curtains to go there. And I think the other window we're going to get a blind. You may have seen my pantry video the other day. This is a pantry. I did do a video transforming this space just the other day. So if you haven't seen that, I will leave the link below. We plan to get this properly kitted out with work surface over the fridge. We put a drinks fridge in here a few days ago. And shelving, so it's all white shelves. We want everything matching, we want everything pretty, so it looks like an extension from the kitchen. We're really excited to do that. However, it's not a must at the moment. Luxury, and it is something that can wait, so it will be a future job that we'll be doing. I love the kitchen, we both do. We're so happy, and just to have this space like at Christmas time when the family were over, sat out here with the kids, having a takeaway, playing games with the TV on, it was just everything that I'd wished for. So we're really, really happy. It's definitely my favourite room in the house. I love it. Oh, and we've got a little bench that sits under the table as well. We decided to take the chairs away that came with the table. We've had it for, I don't know, maybe 17, 18 years, something like that. And the chairs are in the garage, and we just wanted it to look more open. So we're really pleased, but thank you for watching. I think that's it. And for those of you that said the rug was a trip hazard, we've had it down for about 8 weeks yet. I haven't tripped on it yet. If I do, I will let you know. I think the biggest trip hazards you can have in a kitchen are kids and pets. The amount of times that I used to trip over our little dog. She was always under my feet, but I can honestly say I haven't tripped over the rug yet, but if it happens, I will let you know. But so far, I was gonna say fingers crossed, touch wood, there's been no tripping. Anyway, that's our kitchen. If you've got any suggestions, any ideas, if you would move things around, add shelves, artwork, whatever you think, let us know. We'd love to hear. It's like we've been saying, it's a blank canvas. It feels really good, and we're really excited to put our own little stamp on it. But I've really enjoyed showing you around. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Let me know what kind of kitchen you've got. You know how much I love food. I could talk about food and kitchens and homeware all day long. I love it. Thank you very much. And I've got a new weekend vlog coming up for you, for you on Sunday at 6 o'clock. It's a home vlog. Lots of things go wrong. It just wasn't a great weekend. So I'm sharing that all with you on Sunday. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye.